Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday. We do each strike with one character, so all three characters, one strike, Warlock, Titan, Hunter, all that good stuff. This one is going to be our Warlock with on strange terrain. So this also is not a 100,000 point video, but I will guide you throughout this video on how to get that done. So we're going Arc Singe, Heavyweight. If you're trying to do 100,000 points, you want to have this about 85, maybe 90, depending on how slow you think you might be in certain spots. I know the big room with the mini boss ogre takes me a while. But so depending on that, you might want to go bump it up just a little extra so you get that little wiggle room. But like I said, Arc Singe, Heavyweight. I would definitely go Momentum. That's going to help you a lot. Like, I might even throw this on even if you're not doing a 100,000 point. It just makes it that much easier, especially in the boss fight where we're going to be running around a lot. And then for the last one, you could go Iron. Extinguish is also pretty, I don't know. I'd probably go Iron, to be honest. You might die a couple times. Well, if you die a couple times and you're going for 100,000 points, you probably just want to start the Nightfall over anyways, so maybe go with Extinguish. As far as setup goes, we've got a few options for you as far as exotics go. You want to do Blast Furnace, or we're going Blast Furnace with Feeding Frenzy and Kill Clip. I love Blast Furnace. Got several really good rolls. Pretty much anything you can do. Even Redix's Broadsword would be pretty decent as well in this one. We're also going Tetra Gaze, but if you have like the loaded question, that with the Reservoir Burst perk would be pretty decent as well. There's a lot of thralls in this one. And then of course Thunderlord is the best, probably heavy arc weapon. And then we're going with Chromatic Fire, but if you have the Geomatic Stabilizers, which I don't, that would also help a lot. Like this one will help with the like the little trash mobs, but as far as like super energy goes, because we are going to be rocking the middle tree, bottom tree would also be really helpful too. Actually, any of these. But I would probably go with bottom tree if you're not comfortable with Attunement of Control. And then Geomatic Stabilizers would obviously work with that one. Or you could go with Eye of Another World if you want to go with more, you want more abilities. That would be also pretty decent. Crown of Tempest does the same thing, but it's a little bit better, but you have to get kills with arc abilities to restore your abilities. So either one of those would be pretty decent. Let's go ahead and just rock this guide. Alright, so as soon as you get here, just go ahead and start taking out these enemies. There are going to be 2 or 3 knights. If you have Tartar Gaze or Arsenic Bite or whatever, they'll go down pretty quick and you don't have to waste your power ammo. But just kind of stay back. And then there's also in this room going to be one mini boss. It kind of I think it's a random which one you get. This video we got the wizard, which is a lot more dangerous with arc burn, but what can you do? There's also, I think the other one might be a knight. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's a knight. So whichever one you get, they're probably both doing arc damage. So just be very careful of that, and then just slowly make your way up. Also remember, if you need to, pop your healing rift, or just kind of run back. They won't chase you or anything. And then just remember to pick up whatever ammo you can. And then we'll quickly move on. Alright, so once you get in here, you are probably going to want to use your power ammo. That's because there are two, I think they're called Vanquisher Knights. The ones with the shields and the swords. Get rid of them as quickly as possible. I throw my grenade. But probably just would have been just as quick to power ammo them down. Just like so. But once all those guys are dead, in here is where it starts getting a little more difficult. There are going to be two mini boss. I think they're mini boss. They might be called majors. I don't remember. But they're the ones that you have to kill to get the crystals. Little crystal orb things, so you can throw them at the crystals. What I would do is take care of all of these snipers first. Don't know how that wasn't a headshot, but okay. We'll go ahead and take them out. Take care of all the elites. Yeah, apparently they're majors. Let's take out the elites. Acolytes. Try not to move too far in, because once you do, as you can see, you will get some more enemies spawned in. And if you're not prepared for it, that can be pretty difficult. But to go ahead and take care of these guys. Don't even worry about the knight in the back, because he's just going to stay back there until you get everything else killed. And then just move up, power ammo him down really quick. Remember, if you're doing 100,000 points, that guy is going to be a lot harder to kill. And if you get that second guy to spawn in, go ahead and kill him before you throw the orb, and you get even more points. But you probably don't want to be taking that much time. But if you do, hey, here's a little bonus for you. Alright, in this tunnel, once we get here, I believe it's right here. Yeah, you're going to want to stick right about here, because that exploder thrall is going to come to your left. As you can see right here. And if you're doing 100,000 points, that's going to hurt a lot. So just be very careful of him. And then, honestly, I would just power ammo everything down. And then hopefully you get some power ammo to drop. And then just stick up here. You're going to get two elite knights. Take them out from a distance. They will both be shooting those arc blast guns. So up here is safe. And then there is going to be two more knights that spawn in. I think they're the Vanquisher styled knights, as well as these acolytes right here, one of which is elite. And then once you kill everything here, hopefully you get some more power ammo to drop. We are going to take care of the... and these guys are elite, so be very careful. I believe their swords also do arc damage. But once you get here, there are going to be four more elite knights. Go ahead and take them out. Honestly, I would probably just use my super here on the knights and then power ammo the wizard down. Or you could save your super. It just kind of depends on what you really want to be doing. If you're going for 100,000 points, I would use my super on the knights. Power ammo down, power ammo down, power ammo. Is that how I'm saying it? Really? Anyways, kill the wizard with your power ammo, whatever your power weapon may be, probably Thunderlord. She'll go down pretty quickly. Be a little bit slower if you're doing 100,000 points. That also works right there. Geomag stabilizers, you'll have probably about half your super left. I'm not sure how that works. I don't have that one yet, of course, because why would you? It's only been 6 months since Forsaken dropped. And I get more duplicates than anything else. But, salt aside, go ahead and just take these guys down. Remember, you can just backpedal here. Don't use your super on these guys unless you absolutely have to, and you shouldn't have to. They're just thralls. I wouldn't even use my power ammo here, just let them kind of run into you. And then if you have to, just jump over them and backpedal some more. The opposite direction. Just like that, and then we'll move on. I think the next room is the Ogre room, which is by far my least favorite section in this entire strike. No, we're getting one more little tunnel first, which is going to have 2 elite knights, one in the front, one in the back. I like to power ammo down the first one and then deal with the acolytes. And then we're just going to snipe the second one in the back. If you stay far enough back, the guy in the back isn't going to shoot you. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like as you can see, he's just kind of standing there being dumb, which works very much in our favor. Get a little short shield and disorient action there. Very nice. But once you kill all these guys, I think then we'll be in the Ogre room, my least favorite area in this strike. At least soloing it. Doesn't really bother me at all, just running strikes, but solo Nightfall, this can be a little annoying. So there is going to be a wanted wizard, which can cause you some troubles if you're doing 100,000 points, because obviously she'll die a lot slower than this right here. But like you see, Thunderlord takes her out. Great. Be very careful of that ogre. What I like to do sometimes is just pop my healing rift right here, sometimes not, just in case. But then let me edit this really quick because I die, and that way we can just go into it. Alright, so once you've killed the Shrieker, and you probably want to kill the wanted boss if you're going for 100,000 points anyways, but I would do it just to be safe because arc damage is going to hurt a lot with 100,000 points modifier on there. Deal with the acolytes as quickly as possible, and then I also like to just kind of crouch down here and deal with this Shrieker to our right. That way we don't have to worry about it at all later. Also, we're given time for those mini boss knights to respawn in, because after a little bit they will spawn in a second and third time, which will actually work a lot in our favor. So here's what we're gonna do. We've killed the first one, we're about to kill the second one. As long as you kill that first one, you should get a third one to spawn in here, and that's gonna help out a lot because we only have to kill one instead of two further down the road. So here we go. Here's the third guy. Kill him really quickly, especially if you're on 100,000 points, because obviously he's going to do a lot more damage than that. Just keep an ear out for him. And then we're just going to take care of these guys really quick before we take care of the final knight. There we go. If you have to, come back around here. Hopefully get some power ammo. This is where you kind of want to start conserving your power ammo, because there's not too much left as far as enemies go before the final boss fight, and you're going to want a lot of power ammo. So if you have any armor at all that has like heavy ammo finder, get it. Otherwise, come up here, throw your grenade at those guys. It should kill them if they're still up there, if you haven't killed them already. And then we're just going to throw the last orb, and then we're going to kill the ogre from here. So again, just keep in mind, hold on to your super, by the way, and just pop them from back here. Or if you really want to conserve ammo, we're probably not going to use our super right away on the boss fight, so you could hypothetically just kill the ogre with your super. Just keep in mind you're going to be taking damage from his blast as he's taking damage from yours, so keep your health in mind as well. Remember, you can always stop your super and still save power or super energy as well. Alright, so now we're going to be in the boss fight. Yes, pretty sure. Yeah. So just like in the wizard room, there is going to be 4 knights that you have to take out to actually get whatever his name is, Nazareth. Well, that's not right. I can't think of his name. Whatever the boss's name is, he'll come out as soon as you kill the these 4 knights. I'm trying to conserve my my power ammo as much as possible, which is why you see me doing all of my abilities. So, but if you want to use your super, go for it. Just remember, we're going to use our power ammo for 2 things, which are the mini boss knights, as well as the majority, if not all, of the boss damage. Because you want to get this boss shielded and immune as quickly as possible. So, here we go. Alright, so as soon as he spawns in, give him a few seconds. He is going to be immune. Once that immunity comes off, you can either do what I'm doing here, which is just use some of my super there, or you can just power ammo him down very quickly and just get him out of the way so you can just deal with the adds. There are going to be a bunch of adds that spawn in once he does get that shield, so like I said, make sure you get this guy down as quickly as possible. And there's going to be a bunch of thralls and a couple of acolytes, and then once you get enough of them down, the 2 mini boss knights will spawn in. Go ahead and power ammo them down if you have power ammo. Whatever you do, don't use your power ammo against the red bar health enemies unless it's an absolute like emergency. Because that way you can have like a better chance at getting heavy ammo. But once you're ready to kill the 2 knights, try and get all the other enemies dead, if at all possible. Like, as you can see, these acolytes are a pain. They're a huge pain. So make sure you take all of them out. And if you have to, run around the map. That will help you out a lot. Just kind of avoid the boss for this little bit. I can't remember if he can do if he can like do a smash or something to hurt you. But go ahead and take out the first guy. Usually they spawn in at the same time, so I'm usually not this safe. But for whatever reason, the first one spawned in and then the second one, which I'm not going to complain. But just keep that in mind. Keep an ear out. Make sure they're not both spawned in. And then once you do that, make sure before you throw the second crystal breaker as well that your power ammo, like all your weapons are refilled or reloaded, and then throw it, and then power ammo down the boss, deal with the adds, and then this time once the boss gets a shield, you are going to get 2 wizards that spawn in before you get the 2 knights. So keep that in mind. You're going to go through a lot of power ammo in that second wave. But once you get those 2 wizards down, it goes just like the same as the first. Kill the 2 wizards, kill the 2 knights, make sure everything's reloaded, throw your orbs, deal damage to the boss, and then once the shield goes up, this time he will start following you around and shooting you. So what we're going to do is run around the room, run around, slowly killing as much as possible as we keep moving. So if you have a grenade, throw it. This is where like Eye of Another World or the Crown Tempest comes in handy, especially Crown Tempest, because you might be getting more abilities more frequently, especially with your grenades. But whatever you do, just keep running around until you got everything killed except for the 2 knights and the boss dead. And so just use your power ammo on the 2 knights, throw the shield or the crystal breakers, and then you should be good to go to kill the final boss, or finish off the boss, is what I mean to say. So I'm just gonna let the rest of this play out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Remember, links to the other guides are in the description box down below. And as always, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an awesome week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.